we've been talking about Christians being skeptical of the spiritual realm, especially the dark side of the spiritual realm. But even non-believers or non-religious people, non-Christians, are pretty skeptical of things like hell and Satan. I've talked to Satanists who are like, no, we don't even believe in Satan. We're just trying to basically be rebellious. And it seems to be, every poll that I look at seems to indicate that more people believe in heaven than hell by far. More people believe in angels than demons by far, whether they're Christians or not. How do you talk to non-religious skeptics about the reason you believe in the dark side and why you think they should too?
Well, I think the reason people focus on the positive things, such as heaven or angels, is because we all want to think about that which is good. But we also have to realize there are consequences to our actions and the choices that we make. We can all desire, to be in heaven and think about angelic creatures, for example. But we also have to realize that if we don't live in the manner that God has created us to live, there are consequences to that. And the consequences, again, would be eternal damnation, separation from God. And again, you think of separation from God, you think of the devil and his angels. And I think a lot of people just don't want to think about the bad. We live in an age where I think people believe that freedom means that we can do whatever we want. But I believe that freedom in the true sense of the word means to be obedient to God. That when we are obedient to God, that's freedom in the true sense of the word. When we start to believe that freedom means we can do whatever we want, then we end up becoming slaves to our own passions and desires. So I do think there's a lot of people today that want to say, I can do whatever I want, but then I still want to go to heaven. But again, the goal of the Christian person, again, the goal of every person would be to live in the manner that God created us to live. There's a lot of people today that I believe live by 3 guiding principles. You may do whatever you wish. No one has the right to command you, and you are the God of yourself. And these are really the temptations that were presented by the serpent to Adam and Eve there in the garden. And there's a lot of people today that still live by those principles. I want to do whatever I want to do, but at the end of the day, I want to go to heaven. I want to be with God. But again, the choices we make do have consequences on our eternal salvation.
It's not just that I want to go to heaven. It's almost like I deserve it. That's what I hear a lot.
Yeah,
I'm entitled to it in a way.
That's good.